Today is a very special day for me. Valentina is back. Valentina's life changed February 24th when Russia invaded Ukraine. Valentina has been working with me for nearly 9 months creating the marketing pieces you see each week, and I've been coaching her on the concepts of mind setting and well-being. At the time, we did not know the magnitude of what was coming and the importance of the skills she was building. Valentina, a lot has transpired for you since we last saw you in a video.
Yes.
Let us go back to February 23rd. You were thinking you were going on vacation to Egypt the next day.
Да.
How excited were you?
Very excited. It was supposed to be my first trip on a plane. It's the first vacation abroad.
And then your life changed the morning of February 24th.
On that day we slept soundly and did not hear the explosion at the airport. My mother tried to call me all morning, and when I picked up the phone, I heard her crying. I couldn't understand what happened. That's God, you're alive. Pack your things and come to the farm. The work started. I started collecting things.
What were your first thoughts?
It's hard to remember now because I was overly emotional then. I tried to figure out what to do and what to take with me. I thought that I probably wouldn't be able to go back and everything would be lost here. I also realized at that moment that life would never be the same from that point on. And when we were already driving home to the farm, I was thinking all the way about how to live on. And even then I asked myself, if something happens to me, am I happy with how I lived my life? And the answer was no. I realized those moments that there were significant aspects of my life that did not suit me. Then I decided for myself that I'm not happy in my current relationship. We broke up after a week. I started to feel better. I realized that I would live my life based on what I want to, based on what other people think I should do. Then I decide that if I want something, I will do it and not wait for something grandiose to happen to open my eyes.
Remember about 10 days into the war. As we chatted, I could see how the tone of your words changed between the Friday and the Sunday.
That was a terrible period. I often cried, woke up and immediately took the phone in my hands towards the news. Then I realized that I am responsible not only for myself, but also for the people around me. At the sight of my tears and bad mood, my parents' mood would follow.
Around that time, you and I had a conversation about things you might try. We talked about things you could do to manage your well-being through this time. What things have you done?
We had some citizens who were displaced from the Donbas region arrive in our village. I helped to gather clothes and food. Shortly after, we started hosting families at our farm as they transitioned through. I started paying more attention to nature. I remember seeing a white butterfly that caught my attention. My friend and I went for an 8-hour walk along the riverbank. I saw little things that are familiar as part of my routine, like getting my nails done.
And you did something for your friend serving in the army.
Yes, I got words that we could send parcels, so I gathered some sweets and a keepsake to brighten his day.
The war interrupted some things that you were working on. What have you done?
I got back to the work we were doing together. In addition to the engaging work, we always seem to squeeze in a good laugh about something.
We had a conversation about goals. With all the uncertainty, it was hard to focus on certain longer-term goals.
You suggested that I look at what could be accomplished in 30 days. I had some longer-term goals around learning English and working on my fitness. Those stopped for a while. We talked that I could focus my goal. Sitting, I have started running each night with my mom. I have looked to see what is reasonable to accomplish in 30 days on my English lessons.
Prior to the war, we've talked about self-talk. How have you been managing your self-talk during these times?
Very carefully, because now it is the most important thing.
And what has been the impact of all these things?
I'm much happier. Although the future is still very uncertain, I have hope. And when I changed everything, my parents began to smile more often and believe in the best, because I helped them to believe in it.
What would be your concluding message for today?
I would like to say that when at one moment your life changes dramatically, the main thing is not to give up. By my example, I realized that when my life changed dramatically in one day, I gave up. I didn't want to do anything, and I just spent days just existing in the moment. I even realized that I was starting to fall into depression. But at one point I realized that by doing this I would not make anyone better, especially myself. And I decided that my life did not end there and these events will end. You need to continue life. And from that moment on, my life changed again. By my example, I showed my parents and friends how to live in these conditions. It is clear that this is not the way it was before, but it is much better than in the first day when the war began. Therefore, no matter what terrible situation you find yourself in, your thinking can still change your life for the better.
Valentina, thank you for sharing your message. The world is inspired by the leadership of President Zelensky, the Ukrainian armed forces in battle, and the resiliency of the Ukrainian people. And today you are inspiring me and others with the story of your journey. I wish the continued safety for you, your family, your friends, and citizens of Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine. Slava Ukraine.
Героям слава!